Meghan Markle isn't just upset, she's incandescent. That's the exact word echoing out of Netflix corridors tonight. And according to people in the room, it wasn't whispered, it was announced. The spark? The streamer she once treated like a friendly fortress is rolling out a velvet runway. Not just rolling it, polishing it, confetti cannoning it, for her longtime friend-turned-frenemy, Victoria Beckham. This isn't business as usual. It's personal, and it cuts deep. Victoria is fronting a major Netflix series, landing October 9th, and the hype machine is firing on all cylinders. Think billboards, glossy press sits, saturation ads, exactly the kind of full-court, no-expenses-spared launch Meghan expected last time and never got. Her most recent show arrived with all the energy of a shrug, a quiet drop, minimal push, no second wind. The message between the lines couldn't be plainer. Netflix is betting on Beckham, not Markle. For Meghan, that stings, because Victoria was never just another celebrity in her orbit. She was inner circle, dinners, photos, royal wedding smiles, until it imploded. Meghan reportedly suspected Victoria of leaking private details to the press. Nothing was ever proven, but the fallout was brutally real. The Beckhams, once welcome at royal moments, slipped out of the Sussex social scene. And now, they're back in prime time, not as allies, but as the headline act in the slot Meghan believes she paved. That's not a pivot. That's a power play. Make no mistake, Netflix's shift isn't only corporate calculus, it mirrors a broad perception reset. Execs, we're told, have concluded Meghan's projects don't convert. She can make noise, yes, but the numbers don't stick. The binge curve flattens, critics don't rally, audiences don't return. In streaming, attention that doesn't renew is dead weight, and Netflix is ruthless about ROI. Victoria brings something Meghan doesn't have right now: sheer likability. There's a warm, nostalgic appetite for the Beckhams, polished, global, aspirational, with a clean line back to the royals. David's recent work with the King's Trust didn't just help the charity, it burnished the family brand. Meghan, by contrast, feels ever more distant from every corner of that same royal constellation. And the twist that makes this extra spicy? Meghan once accused Victoria of being the leak. Now Meghan is, reportedly, advising Victoria's daughter-in-law, Nicola Peltz. Yes, Nicola, the actress and heiress married to Brooklyn Beckham. Guidance on navigating in-laws, navigating high society, steadying the image. And somehow those whispers surfaced too, allegedly via Meghan's own circle. The irony is so thick, it needs its own producer credit. Meanwhile, David Beckham has a long memory. During the Invictus Games in Sydney, he arrived with the kids, made an effort. And, so goes the story, Harry blanked him. No photo, no greeting, nothing. With any other celebrity, it fades. With David, it lingers. He's not just famous, he's brand oxygen. Today, the Beckhams are welcome company at both Buckingham and Kensington. Smiling with Camilla, chatting easily with Catherine, they've slipped seamlessly into the role Harry and Meghan once performed. The glamorous, relatable couple the royals can safely stand beside. Only this time there's no memoir fallout, no tell-all hangover, no Netflix blowback. Just couture, composure, and synergy. To Meghan, this looks like a conspiracy. To everyone else, it looks like strategy. Netflix chose. So did the palaces. Her paranoia about shifting loyalties isn't conjured out of thin air. The deeper bruise isn't that she was replaced, it's that she was quietly retired. Imagine being uninvited from your own party, then watching someone else arrive in your dress and collect the standing ovation. Insiders say Netflix simply lost confidence. The data didn't justify the drama. Headlines popped. Habits didn't. And in the streaming economy, devotion beats notoriety every single time. The Beckhams are a safer bet. Global recognition, fashion gravitas, zero chaos. Victoria didn't claw her way to royal adjacency or sell confessions to secure relevance. She stayed stylish, stayed silent, kept showing up. And when a vacuum opened after the Sussexes walked, she and David glided in without a ripple. Meghan thinks the industry has sworn a silent pact to edge her out. A coordinated slap for breaking ranks, for challenging the crown, for being, well, Meghan. She points at executives who once courted her and now let calls go cold. She sees sabotage everywhere. Enough dots, and you can draw any line you want. That perception hardens when she watches the Beckhams deepen royal ties. David now publicly represents the king's trust abroad. Victoria's rapport with Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine looks effortless. Two doors Meghan never truly unlocked. Poetic revenge? Some think so. Once accused of leaking, the Beckhams now sit comfortably in the very seats the Sussexes abandoned. And then there's William. We're told Kensington's operation is harmonizing with Buckingham's, and together, they've wrapped the Beckhams in a warm, calculated embrace. Respected, famous, safe. Exactly the youthful sheen the monarchy craves, without the unpredictability of the Sussex brand. It's a power play dressed as PR, and it's landing. Meghan, refusing to be sidelined, is reportedly nurturing ties to Nicola and Brooklyn, offering royal world insights as currency. But every new guidance item that trickles into the press reads as desperation, not dominance. The more she talks, the less resonance it has. And crucially, David and Victoria have said nothing. No quotes, no jabs, just elegant quiet. In celebrity warfare, silence can be a sonic boom. Here's the most painful part. The vacuum Meghan expected never formed. The monarchy pivoted. The public moved on. The spotlight didn't freeze in place. It slid. She's not wrestling rejection so much as relevance decay. The slow burn of watching other people flourish in the very rooms you once claimed. Harry sees it too. Lately, he's been smiling harder in public. Cheerful charity cameos, playful swordplay for the cameras, large donations flying from personal accounts. It reads like outreach, like a man trying to feel that old, uncomplicated approval again. Behind the curtain, the whispers sink. He wants back in, not formally, but emotionally. He misses a structure that asks for service, not spin. Respect earned by duty, not by deals. Meghan may still be in a cold war with the institution. Harry looks like he's searching for a truce. And here's a curveball. Palace chatter says Charles is more open to Harry right now than to William. Odd, but real if you believe the corridors. The king, even while navigating cancer treatment, keeps turning up, shouldering engagements. He reportedly bristles at what he reads as William's careful tempo. Fewer appearances, curated moments, fearing it blunts the crown's visibility when visibility matters. The press has started to parrot that tension. William and Catherine, once untouchable, are now branded too careful, too curated, even lazy by some tabloids. It's a dramatic swing that's catching heat. Enter Tina Brown, once a steady royal supporter, now sketching a different portrait, publicly casting Harry as the relatable, spontaneous counterweight to William's starch. Unbuttoned charm versus Windsor protocol. Emotion over etiquette. The argument is simple. Whatever his sins, Harry still entertains, and the public, especially a younger, noisier subset, will always reward the performer. Meghan is no longer the story. Harry is. And that recalibration is forcing people to reconsider his part in the saga. Even the media machine that once savaged the Sussexes is repositioning. The Daily Mail, long a bark at Harry's heels, has pushed a surprisingly sympathetic thread. Growth, maturity, the arc bending toward home. Whether tactical or genuine, it feeds a new narrative pipeline. A prince inching toward reconciliation, while the Beckhams elegantly occupy the cultural space he and Meghan left behind. So where does that leave Meghan? in a place she never planned to be. Watching Victoria Beckham collect the very green lights and glossy spreads she imagined for herself, while the palaces and the public accept that swap without much angst. Watching Harry test a softer landing with his father as editors and courtiers weigh the optics. Watching the Beckhams, wordless and immaculate, strengthen ties with Charles and Catherine in precisely the way Meghan never could. This isn't a door slamming. It's a door drifting shut as the crowd quietly faces the other way. If Meghan counters loudly, she risks proving her critics right. If she says nothing, she cedes the frame to Netflix, to the palaces, to the Beckhams, and, increasingly, to Harry's own recalibrated arc. The cruelest twist: her anger is not about a single series or a single September strategy meeting. It's about losing the leverage she once commanded over the story. Her story. Harry's story. The story. And right now, the story is simple enough for even the most casual viewer to grasp. Netflix chose Beckham. The royals chose poise. The press is flirting with a Harry renaissance. The silence from Victoria and David roars. And Meghan, incandescent, unyielding, still certain she's owed the next chapter, finds herself doing the one thing she swore she'd never do again: waiting.